So, welcome to another happy episode. I'm going to complain about something else this week. Dive computers. Dive computers absolutely shit me in the freediving sense. Number one, they're not bloody computers anyway. They are simply ego meters. They are depth gauges and bottom timers only. They also have a uniquely awesome function of being able to tell you what the time is so that you can get home in time to watch the football or to mow the lawn or whatever chore that your wife has planned for you on your weekend off. They serve a purpose, and that purpose is to tell the time and to perhaps measure the surface intervals between dives. And a watch that automatically goes into surface interval mode is desirable, but it's not 100% the be-all and end-all of everything. If you come up from a dive and it's 27 minutes past 2 and you want to stay up for 3 minutes, it does not take Einstein to work out in your head that at 2:30 it's time to go back down again. However, if you are unable to do simple math, then the surface interval function is the thing for you. I think people pay more attention to their dive computer now than they do on trying to catch a fish. It seems to me that when people are diving together with a pair of these things in tow, it will be a competition at the end of the day to compare notes. I see people underwater, they're lying down on the seabed. I might see someone actually gouge a little bit of a furrow in the sand to stick the arm just that 6 inches further into the sea, or diving over a ledge to have that arm dangling down just so it reads a 1/2 metre more. They'll come up to you and they'll shove it in your face. It's like, look, personal best, 22.4. Yesterday's personal best was only 22.3. I am fantastic. After the dive, you might meet up with a couple of people who've been diving out there and you'll say, what was your dive like, mate? How was it? Computer shoved straight in the face. 26.2. Oh, yeah, did you see any fish? 1 minute 45. But how was the fishing? 1 minute 45. Did you get any good stuff? 1 minute 45. Broken record stuff. I'm not a massive fan of them. If you want to do a depth thing, go and do a freediving thing, competition freediving, where you just drive down a line and hang on and come back up again. You don't even need your computer because most of the time you're going to be doing it without a mask on anyway. You can't read the bloody thing, so all it is there for at the end of the day is your ego telling you 145 or 27.6. Join a freediving group if you want to do that. People ask me, how do you know how deep you go if you don't have a computer? I don't need to know how deep I go, but if I do have to know, most of the time I dive with a 20-metre rig line attached to either a big float or a big jet ski. If I don't pull that tight, I'm not in 20 metres of water, so anything less than that to me is a good thing. Or how do you know when it's time to come up when you've been down too long? I know it's time to come up when I feel like going up. How many contractions can you withstand? I'm not giving bloody birth. I'm going on a leisurely dive. I don't want to endure any contractions. I'm going to be back up to the surface comfortably. Then I'm going to look at my thing, work out how long until I want the next dive to be. But in general, me personally, all day, all week, all year, 1 minute down, 3 minutes up, breathing as if my life depended on it in between. In other words, I am preparing for the biggest, longest, deepest dive that I can possibly do, and then by not doing that dive, I've got plenty left in the tank should the unthinkable happen, or should I need to stay that little longer or go that tiny weeny bit deeper to secure a particular fish or to get that crayfish that's being a little bit stubborn. If I want to go deeper, then I'll add 5 metres of line to the thing and say, right now I'm 25 metres and I'm preparing for a 25 metre dive, and the fact that I don't pull my bloody line tight enough means that I haven't been to 25 metres, I win. It's not rocket science. people try to put too much faith in that toy. The toy is good to let you know that you've been up for a required period of time, but I prefer to listen to the body anyway, and my body, when it speaks to me, it speaks loudly and clearly. Don't get yourself into problems with the dive computer. If it's going to be the be-all and end-all of your dive, join a dedicated freediving group and make that your thing. If it's a general swim around, having a bit of fun and giggle, you only need it to know when the footy starts. Until next time, if it's not fun, you're doing it wrong. See you later. Bye.